Alrighty, folks. So in my previous videos, I showed you how to access Adapt, how to build your first course, and how to build your first assignment in your course. Now in this video, we will actually start building our first quiz question. And so to do that, I'll go ahead and access this assignment that I have made. You may recall from a previous video I did that quiz questions live in folders, but then we pull them in to populate a quiz that we create. With that said, I have found it easiest when I want to start building questions to first start with a quiz that I want to eventually pull in that question. And so now that we're in this assignment, we can do that. So in the top left corner, you will see a couple of buttons here. We have add questions and new question. Add questions would be if we want to pull in existing questions into this quiz. Maybe I built some in the past that I want to use in this quiz. Then we can do that through add questions. That's also where you could potentially pull in questions that have been shared out by other authors on the Adapt platform. But in this case, I want to just start building my own. So to do that, I will click on New Question. Now, just like I had said back for the Making Your Own Assignment video, when it comes to the title of your quiz questions, we want to give these titles some descriptive wording so that if we share it with other people, they'll have some frame of reference for what the question actually is. So we probably don't want to just call it question 1. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a title that's suitable for how I'm using it. And then we have some more settings to go through. So question type will be question. Public, yes, no. This is if you want this question to be available for other faculty to use. If so, you can hit yes to share it out with other users of Adapt. Otherwise, you can leave it as no to keep it private. Next, you do need to specify a folder. Again, like I said before, this is where the question actually lives. So it'll show you any folders that may already exist. And of course, you can also build or create a new folder if you want. For now, I'm just going to click on tests. That'll work fine for this. Author, it'll by default show the name of the account you're logged in with, but of course you can change this if you need to. License, if you want to specify a particular license for the question that you're authoring, you can do so here. And there is also an option for a license version if that's applicable to the license you've chosen. Source URL. This would be a useful field if you are pulling the information for this quiz question from another resource. You could specify the URL for that resource right here. And then tags. Tags are basically keywords that you can associate with your quiz question. This becomes especially useful if you do choose to share out the quiz question for others on the Adapt platform to use. The tags basically help them to find the topics that they're interested in for questions they might want to use. Framework alignment is not a setting that you should have to worry about. So those are all the main settings for when we are first getting started with a quiz question. Now, when it comes to actually building the question itself, you're going to do that in the next area here called content. Specifically, we're going to go to the auto-graded technology section. So we'll expand that. We'll go to the new menu and we'll choose native. That basically is saying that we're going to build a question that's natively in the Adapt platform. And in our case, the Next-Gen RN question types are natively built into Adapt. From here, we will switch the question type to nursing. And you'll see that now down below, we have all of the different question types that we may want to build out to simulate the NCLEX examination. So from this point, you would just specify which question type that you want to build for this particular question and go from there. I'm going to stop the video here because I want to do another section where I go into these different question types and talk about how you build each one of them. So thanks for watching.